Hello.
Hello.
Oh, that's better. Speak again, Modest.
Hello.
I'm turning you back down to 100. There you go. I realised I have my computer set to 10 instead of 24 like I normally do. Doing well this morning.
Yes.
Anyway, good morning. As you can see, we're back for another Creative Thursday. The reason being is obviously Mr. Marley is still in Melbourne, although he has said he might join us later in the show. And also, you'll notice that Mr. Morris isn't here, but that's because he's having a lot of problems with his back at the minute due to sitting in his chair at the workbench. So he's having a few days off, which isn't a
Unfortunately,
problem.
you've got.
She's stuck with me and Modest. That way. She's that way. Yeah. Hello. How are you, Modest?
Tired, but I'm okay.
You're looking very blue this morning.
I do apologise for that. That was the cat. She has just knocked my printer off of the bench.
You were.
Yeah. Bear with me a moment. Why, style? Kill my bloody cat.
It's going so well this morning, as we can see people.
Oh, God. Hopefully,
I
she
see
hasn't
we've got.
broken my printer.
Ooh.
The rest of the stuff I'll pick up in a moment. You little bugger.
There you go. Pop filters in the screen. Just thinking, where you got Dark Side Scale Modeling and Gothic Extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Do you want to switch around and maybe put Tiff in the blue and then put Dark Side Scale Modeling in the white?
Yeah.
The reason being is when you look down, it looks like it's covering like that. I don't know. It makes me nervous. No joke. It doesn't make me nervous. It's just it looks really weird because you've got blue stripe going across one eye.
There we go.
There we go. Now we can see your face. Isn't that better? Hey?
No.
See that smile?
Nobody needs to see my face. Not at this time of the morning. Not when I've not long just woke up.
Yeah, fine. Don't worry. Yes. News on the fundraiser. Revel of Mr. Charles got in touch with Revel, and Revel said they'll promote the fundraiser, but they're promoting it to M4H's website. So I don't know what's going on there, but because of that, Mr. Charles asked me to extend the fundraiser by a week. So I've extended it to next Thursday, and I've taken the goal off it because every time I set a goal, we go through it within a day or two. And I'm sick of changing it.
I don't
So, at the minute, 2 seconds. There you go. Password in. At the minute, we're on £1,210.
Wow.
That's a lot of tools for Models for Heroes, which is fantastic.
Last time I checked, it was 1,150.
But it's gone up overnight.
Yeah.
I have put the link below in the description. That's what it's called, the description. And so that'll stay up until obviously the fundraiser closes. Then I'll come back and take it out again. But if you want to make a donation, the link's below. Want to become a member and all that stuff, feel free. I'm going to do my first members live stream soon as well. Ooh, that reminds me. What are we doing over Christmas, Tiff? By the way, it's going to be me and you. So,
as far as I'm aware,
yeah,
I have nothing happening on Christmas morning.
Right.
I know that Sonic is going to spend the morning and most of the afternoon with his kids.
Yeah.
and my mum and my nana are having a quiet one.
Right.
So it'll just be me Christmas.
Well, Kay has asked if I can have a day off. So either the Tuesday or the Thursday, which is Boxing Day.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you reckon? Christmas Eve or Boxing Day? In fact, I might make it Boxing Day because I'm sure I remember Gary saying that Boxing Day is the day when he spends the day with his grandkids.
Yeah.
So I might make it Boxing Day.
Cool.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. I might pop on for a live on the Wednesday for an hour or two. I don't know. See how I feel.
Let me just look at my dates.
Yeah, I mean, I think Morgan's coming down. He's coming down this weekend.
Yeah.
He's spending Christmas with his nan and granddad.
For those who are pretty much going to be alone on Christmas, I can do one Christmas morning.
Yeah, that'd be a nice one to do.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'll do, if I can't be on the stream, Tiff, I'll still come on the chat.
That's fine. Spend time with your family, man.
I've got lots of kits to open.
Oh, you can do a live Christmas unboxing.
Yeah. To be honest, I've forgotten most of what Kay's bought me. She's bought me books and she went, "Do you want me to raffle them books?" I went, "What books?" And she went, "The books I got you for Christmas. You ordered them for Christmas for yourself." And I went, "I know I ordered books. Don't know what they were." So, yes, wrap them up for Christmas. I said, "But let me see what they are." She went, "No, you've decided now. That's it."
I like it. Firm hand.
I need one sometimes. In a non-dirty way. Right. So the show is deteriorated already. Let's get on to the comments before we go to hell. Julie says, second comment, first not from the channel owner. Yes, because mine was first, which makes a bloody change. Athol says, let's see comfy chairs taken, closeness to an open window reserved, and my guest stop at the home and shares views. Morning, Goal. Hello, Athol.
Morning, Athol.
That was pretty cool. I'm impressed I managed to do that in one go. Dieter says, morning, number 3 for me. Did you watch Dieter's live last night?
No, I didn't. I didn't even know he was live.
I watched it, right? And this is I don't mean to cause any offense to Belgian people, Dutch people, whatever, right? I don't speak your language. I'm not going to deny it. I don't. I would, be nice to learn, but I don't. I barely speak my own language. But I barely speak Welsh. But because I didn't understand it, it sounded like... Did you ever watch the episode of Red Dwarf when everything's in reverse?
No. I never watched Red Dwarf.
There's an episode of Red Dwarf where they land on a planet and everything happens in reverse. So that everyone's speaking in reverse and everything. Okay. That's what it sounded like to me. So, and then randomly you would hear Dieter say, Instagram, because he's got this really impish little laugh. And then he starts talking again in Dutch, which was so funny for me because it was just like, Instagram, No offense to Dieter, I think the world of him. He's a great guy. But that's what it sounded like to me, and it made it even more enjoyable. So even though I couldn't understand the word they were saying, I found it enjoyable to watch the stream, which is weird.
I might have to watch the next one then, or even watch that one back.
Yeah, because they didn't. Whoever set the live stream up didn't set it up for subtitles. So I couldn't even read what they were saying, but I could get the gist of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was pretty funny. And I realised that Dieter spells his name the same way as Dieter.
Yeah.
And Kay's favourite cookbook is the Hairy Dieter's Cookbook. So it's the Hairy Dieter's Cookbook. Jude says, morning, Athol. Hi, Hagrid. Athol, morning, Dieter and Julian. Dieter, morning, Mr. H, morning, Sir Athol. Nigel, well, bugger me sideways. I'm early. Morning all, just about to start on Itillary's Duck. Nice.
Ooh.
And well done for getting in early.
Mm.
Julian, morning, Nigel. Dieter, quack, quack, Nigel. Dieter's put something in it, doesn't show up on StreamYard.
Let's have a look. Let's see where it is. Lots of ducks.
Oh, there you go. Lots of ducks.
Lots of duck emojis.
I think, yeah, Dieter's gone quackers. Scott says, we were there yet? And he said, Dieter says, hi, Scott. No, still crossing the pond with Nigel's duck. I'll tell you a story about that in a sec. Nick Johnson says, Mystery Box Nick is here for a while. Hello, Nick.
Hello,
How the devil
Nick.
are you doing, old boy? Jim, hello and good morning, Mystery Box Nick. Julian, morning, Nick. Jim, good morning, Modmin. Julian.
Morning.
Julian, hi, Jim. Sorry, I got into a rhythm then. Couldn't stop myself.
Sorry.
Phil says, hi, everyone. Athol says, morning, Jim, Mikey, and Tiff. Morning.
Morning.
Julian, good morning, Modmin and Mikey. Hello.
Morning.
Jim, good morning to all the usual suspects in chat. I'll tell you that's duck, sorry. Right, when I was a recruit, our staff sergeant, obviously we had to go everywhere he went, especially on exercise stuff, because he needed safety, we didn't. So they used to, because his name is Dewi, they used to call him, they used to say it was Dewi and his ducks going around the camp. Because it'd be him and then like a row of like 6 or 7 recruits going around behind him. But Dewi was only like 5'2", and we were all like nearly 6 foot tall. So it was quite funny. Jim says, good morning to usual suspects. Good morning to our gracious host. Hello, Jim.
Morning.
Scott says, good day to Scott and Dieter.
You mean Jim
Julian,
said?
aye, that'd be it. Julian says, click like on the way in. Only 2 so far. How dare you? How rude. Athol say, good day, Scott. Julian, hi, Scott. Penny, morning, guys. How are you? Hello, Penny.
Morning, Penny.
I'm delightfully well.
Sleepy, but I'm okay.
Yes, I'm sleepy as well. I don't normally have this much energy. Ian says, hello to all the usual suspects in chat and good morning to our hosts. Good morning, Ian.
Morning.
Athol, morning, Penny. Julian, morning, Penny. Jim, a cold morning in Chicago land area, currently minus 15 degrees C with 20 kilometers an hour winds. It's bleeding cold.
I can imagine. Oh.
Yes. Julie says, hi, Ian. There's not a bra in the world that could stop those nipples popping out at that temperature, sir. Penny says, hey, Athol. Julian. Oh, look, the colour's balancing now because you're going more red. Athol says 2 degrees C here in Aberdeen, UK. Is that because you're embarrassed or because you're uncomfortable or because you find it funny?
A little bit of everything.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
No, it's all right.
Dieter says, greetings, Jim, Penny, Ian, Phil, Tiff, Mikey. Hello.
Hello.
Jim says, hello to Penny and Ian. I really must learn what hello is in Dutch. Julian says, 4 degrees C here, Jim, allegedly. I don't know what it is here, but it looks bloody cold. It looks like it's going to snow.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 6 outside, but I doubt it. It's not even 6
I'll go to the
inside.
post office later to post your stickers.
Ooh, stickies.
And some for Mike. Dieter says, here we are, flirting with the sub-zero temps, but not going down much more for the coming days. Yeah. It's not quite big coat weather. It's still above freezing, so it's fine. Athol says, hi, Ian. Penny, talking of Christmas, I'm working, doing an overnight to London. Couldn't be happier. Ah.
Nice.
Bless you. But at least you're on the London run, which is what you wanted. Deed says, for Christmas with my parents in France, so pardon my French. Ha ha. C'est magnifique. Je suis parler français. Jim says, a suggestion. Xmas is Wednesday. Take both the 25th and 26th off. Then back to it on Friday the 27th. Yes. That's what I think I'll do. Is take Boxing Day off.
Yeah.
Because Gary's having Boxing Day off anyway. So yeah. So we can't do the 3 veterans anyway, so what we'll do is start 3 veterans again in the new year on the Thursday.
Yeah.
And just do creative Thursdays until then. Because it's only 2 weeks. Yeah. Dieter says, Mikey, if you ever raffle the Bearded Dieter's book, I'm game. Haha. The Bearded Dieter's book. Dominic says, good morning. Good morning, Dom. Athol. Hi there, Nigel. Jim, Dominic, Nigel. Athol. Dom-de-dom-de-dom. Morning. Dieter, I have my ducks in a row. Yay. Dieter says, Bearded Veteran Creates, I'm not offended in the least. I am happy you enjoyed it so much. I am. It was brilliant. Dieter says, hello, Cynic. Dom says, hi. Well, he says, hoi. That's Jim. I actually like that, to be fair. Jim says, Nigel, I was thinking of buying the Italeri duck, then ducked out of it and make the purchase. There we go. Dom says, hoi, Athol. Dee says, greetings, Mr. C. Mike's in. He says, morning, one and all. Hello, Mike.
Morning, Mike.
Mike, your stickers are in the envelope, and I will be posting them later, dude. Dieter says, P.S. I will get my Italeri GR3 this Sunday. It'll be dedicated to Mr. Parmigiani, co-founder of Italeri, who passed away this Monday. Oh, right. I didn't know that. I thought you were talking about cheese or something. Huh. Parmigiani. June says, I don't speak Italian, and a friend once took me to see Tosca. I enjoyed it as I made up what they were saying, e.g., a guy found his wife with a guy, he sang in Italian. I thought, who the F are you? Yeah. Do you know what? I actually really enjoyed listening to opera. Because you can hear the emotion in the voices and everything.
Yeah.
It's like, or even if you watch like the Barber of Seville, you can tell what's going on because of the acting. And when they're doing the Figaro scene, it is so funny because they're like chopping the guy's ear off and all sorts because he's so distracted by thinking about this woman and everything whilst he's singing. Dieter says, laugh out loud, Mikey, did you just quote T.C. Matic's C'est Magnifique song? I don't know, I've never heard it. I just remember a little bit of French from school. Penny says, I finished work Boxing Day at about 10 a.m. So if you're streaming, I'll be watching. We'll see what the wife says.
We'll see what happens.
Yes. I do have to make some time for her at some point.
Yeah.
Athol says, morning, Mike. Octal, hi, everyone. Hello, Octal.
Morning.
Exploring Unseen. Hey, finally made the live stream. Yay! Well done, Rich. Scaly says, morning, Athol. Jim says, hey there, Octals. Octal says, hi, Jim. Athol says, morning, Octal. Octal says, hi, Athol. Julian says, morning, Scaly. Scaly says, morning, Julian. Kieran says, morning, all. Penny says, as Richard Gere said in Pretty Woman, you either love opera or you appreciate it. Yes. Julian says, morning, Rich. And Julian says, hi, Octal. And I've caught up with the chat. Hey, for now. Yeah, I think I first fell in love with opera when I was out for a walk with my dad somewhere. I think we were away camping or something. And we went for a walk past this building. And there's no window, and I could hear this female opera singer practicing. And as I looked up, I could see her practicing in the window and everything, and she's doing all the emotions. I was like amazed by it. But then my dad's like, "No, come on, we gotta go." I was like, "But it's cool." Yeah, I think that's when I fell in love with opera. Explorer on Sea says, "Morning, Julian." Oxel says, "Hi, Julian." And Explorer says, "Hi, Athel." Nice try, guys. We now have 22, 21 watching.
Yeah.
There you go. Cool. So, what have you been working on? I need more coffee.
No, where's there he is. Been painting that guy. Hang on.
Okay. If anyone would like to come and make me some more coffee, feel free. Ooh, I like that figure holder as well. That's cool.
It's just a Citadel one.
See, I've got a Citadel one, but it's rounded, which makes it a bit harder to index.
Yeah. It's like a weird ass shape. But this one, you can't take that bit off to change it for a bigger one, which is a shame because I've got some models with quite big bases.
Yeah.
That would be handy. But yeah, that is the Moon Cave Shaman.
See, mine comes out quite far, and I'll show you if I could find the damn thing. But I don't know where it's gone. It's in
But
it.
that's the only thing I've been working on. And then I was struggling what to think of to do today. And then I remembered I started my victory on Monday on the live stream. So I'm just going to be doing some more of that today.
Cool. I had the same problem, actually. I couldn't think of what the hell to work on.
Yeah.
So I shall switch on my light. And I'm going to carry on working on that.
Ooh.
Because I don't particularly care if the inside's painted or not. It's a jet. I don't particularly care about it. I'm not precious about it. I could stick the wings on upside down and all sorts, and I wouldn't particularly care.
Fair enough.
It's just one that I happen to have in my stash for some reason. I think Kay got me at some point.
Yeah, at some point today I'm going to look at some like you mentioned yesterday when we were talking, like the Vivicon models and stuff. Just some little models to kind of like bulk up my stash for when streams like this come around.
Yeah. They're also very good for mojo building as well. So if you're having a particularly crap time, you can just switch off, lock yourself at your desk and with a cup of coffee and things and just work on it all through the night. And then by the time you finish in the morning, you've got a complete model and your mental, and you've sort of come through the other side of it. Yeah. We have some more comments. Scott says, "I reckon it could be cold if I made you the coffee." Yes.
Yeah.
Probably would by then. Mike, you can make me a coffee. You're not far from me. Dieter says, "Hi, Scaly." I think that's. I'm assuming that's Kieran, not hearing. Exploring an octopus. I went to say hearing. I was like, no, that's not right. Dieter's singing Heart of Oaks. Hey?
Hey, Tammy, it's here.
Okay. Dieter's singing Heart of Oaks Are Our Ships. And he sent me a PM on Discord regarding the song. Excellent. Steve says, I shall ask Tiff this when she comes back. Can you hear us, modders?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Have you got the police hiding on the other desk?
No.
Oh, because all we see is blue flashing lights under your desk.
I have RGB lights that move with noise under the desk.
So when I talk like this, it makes it, ooh, your legs are flashing. Ooh. Cool.
Yeah.
It likes my voice.
They're actually car RGB lights.
Ah, okay. Steve says, Hi guys, question. I enjoyed building that Lego like bulldozer so much that I've bought myself another Lego like kit for Christmas. On a scale of 0 to 10, just how sad am I for buying these at my age? Not at
Not
all.
sad at all.
If it makes you feel good, crack on with it, mate.
Yeah.
I have some Lego like kit myself.
I have a
think
lot
mine's a
of
tank.
Lego type kits. They're all dismantled and they're all in the studio, but I've had quite a few of them.
Yeah. They're nice little things to build.
Yeah. And obviously, if scale modelling isn't your thing, it's like the next best thing, really.
Yes. Well, I wouldn't even say it's the next best thing. It's a thing even on its own, really, isn't it? Explorer Scene says, "Hey, Dieter." June says, "Some of those paint model holders have a magnetic base and a metal sticker for your workbench. Handy for holding kit parts to glue if you can only use one hand reliably." I was thinking about this before because, I mean, they've changed the bottle caps on all the bottles in the UK.
Yes.
All plastic bottles. It's that really annoying thing that means that you can't take the bottle cap off.
Yeah.
That also makes it difficult when you're trying to hold tablets with one hand and unscrew the bottle because you can't just screw it straight off and let it fall.
Do you know what I do?
Go on.
I've got a pair of like really old, like kind of rusty, almost snips.
Yeah.
They're like my first ever pair that I got secondhand, and I just use them to snip the bottle lid off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Bloody stupid, bloody environmentalist. Don't think of disabilities, do they?
No.
Scaly says, "Hi, Dieter. Hagrid of Boom, kilted model kit hunter." There you go. Kieran says, "Hi, Dieter." Martin says, "How do? How do, Martin?
How do?
How do, man?" Ian says, "Steve, sounds interesting. Think of getting some Lego for the first time since the 80s. I'm enjoying Airfix quick builds at the minute." Oh, interesting. Morgan builds them. Kieran says, "Steve, gaming's not sad at all. Oh, not sad at all. I still regularly build Lego. Yeah, it's fun." And he said, "Thanks. Yeah, thanks. Not sad at all, mate. If it keeps your mind occupied, it's worth it." Dieter says, "Steve, I do that on occasion too, although I can always motivate it via my daughter." Yeah. See, Dieter's got an excuse. He could literally build the Tweenies or something. And he would be justified because he can just go, "Nia wanted to build it."
You should never ever need an excuse for anything. If you want to do it, then do it. Except
this is
for
what I
crying.
keep saying to Kate, because Kate doesn't eat a lot, and then she'll say at like 11 o'clock at night, "I'm hungry, can I have something to eat?" Like, you don't need permission, you're an adult. There's no rules. It's like, "Yeah, but it's too late to eat now." I'm like, "No, it's not. You're an adult. You can eat whenever you feel like it."
Yeah.
Dieter says, "We saved up for many HP sets. That way,
Harry Potter.
but most are in her room in any case." Oh, Harry Potter sets.
Yes, HB Harry Potter.
Cool. I like Harry Potter.
Me too. I have a Harry Potter tattoo.
Yeah. June says, "Oh, Scott, if you enjoy it, who cares?" Exactly.
Yeah.
Jim, "Hey there, Kieran, Martin, and Steve. Glad you're here, chaps." Dieter, "I mean, I sometimes get Playmobil firefight sets for myself to collect them after Nia is done playing with them. So no worries, man." Yeah. Oh my God. Chat's just jumped up. There we go. Rich says, "I did a Lego car." Nice. Jim, "Me too. I cut the bottle tops off." Yeah. It is bloody annoying. Steve, oh, pants. Jim says, Steve's Gaming, I'm with Kieran. No shame whatsoever in building Lego. Exactly. And Dieter says, Grüß Gott, Martin, which I'm assuming is Dutch for hello. Or good morning. Grüß Gott, yeah. Good morning, possibly. Athol says, these new bottles are not conducive to armless victims or amputees. No, they're not.
Nope.
And I'm surprised the disability group, action groups haven't said something about it, to be honest.
Yeah. The thing is that the lids were already recyclable.
Yeah. I think the problem was they had a thing that because 1 in a million people might unscrew the lid and then not put it back on and just leave it on the floor instead of recycling it because they're paranoid like that. Steve says, thanks, Jim. Kieran says, hi, Jim. Hope all is well. Julian, tell me about it, Mikey. And I hate childproof lids. In my honest opinion, it's proof you're a child if you can open the bar steward. Yeah, they are annoying. Jim says, greetings, exploring unseen and scaly models. Julian, hi, Kieran. Dieter, Nia is always amazed how fast I can build Lego, to the point she made a sassy reply, why do you do that fast but take so long on a kit?
Because with kits, you actually have to paint them and glue them. Lego, you don't have to do that.
Yeah. Or put them on the table while you read out comments.
Yeah.
Scaly says, howdy, Jim. Dieter says, that's my girl for you. She knows, but she does like to be sassy. Good girl. She's a very clever girl as well, isn't he? Kieran says, hi, Julian. How's it going? Exploring Unseen says, hey, Jim. Jim, Kieran, yes. All is well, Kieran. And yourself? Kieran, all good, thanks, Jim. Kieran says, hi, Rich. Martin says, not wrong with Lego. It got me back into modelling after my massive motorcycle crash. 26 broken bones, fractured skull, brain hemorrhage, right leg amputation above the knee, coma for 9 days. Holy...
Damn.
What did you do? Just fling yourself against the wall at 90 mile an hour or something? That's one thing I was quite lucky with. I didn't have any serious accidents or anything. I did my falling off when I was doing my lessons.
It's one thing that scares me about learning. Even if I go for a car license, it's bikes. I'd be too scared that I'd accidentally hurt someone.
Yeah.
Even if I was taking all the precautions.
Well, don't get me wrong. I have had a couple of near misses at like 70 mile an hour on my motorbike. But I've been really lucky. I've not had any serious accidents where I've actually been injured or anything. In fact, I don't think I've ever broken a bone in my body that I know of. Kieran says, hi, Martin. Dieter says, got the big Hogwarts set with the extensions by saving up for it, and 2 years later we have a full Hogwarts sitting in my bedroom on top of the closet. Nice. You've got to take some photos of that for us, Dieter, because that'd be so cool. And he says, Grüß Gott is a local German way of saying blessed be, but usually translates as hello or good day. See, that now just sounds like The Handmaid's Tale. Ian says, oh my God, I adored Playmobil at school. I think I'd feel embarrassed if I got some Playmobil toys.
You see, when you buy them, then you can pretend they're for a grandkid or something, and then just take them home and build them yourself.
You forget Ian's actually about my age. Oh God, I'm old enough to have grandkids. My daughter's 18. I'm old enough to have grandkids.
Yep.
Okay. Well, what you could do, Ian, is you could buy some and you could decorate them and paint them and stuff so that it's like you do with model making. So you make them into your own version. That'd be pretty cool. Dieter says, Ian, I have like 17 firefighting vehicles of Playmobil, and Nia enjoys putting them around the Christmas tree to keep it safe from the cats. Ah.
Oh, bless her. It's a good idea, though. I haven't even put mine up yet because I don't know how she's going to react to it.
Ours has been up since Kay put it up in November. But ours is dead easy because it's just a black fibre optic tree. So we don't even have to decorate it.
Mine's actually my childhood Christmas tree from my nana's house.
Rich says, hey, Pitskits. Dieter says, I'll try and snap some shots, Mikey. Nice. And Ian says, no, I'm 47, Mikey. No. I would never have guessed 47. 37, maybe. But I wouldn't have guessed that you were 10 years older than me. About 11 years older than me. You did not look it. Fair play to you, dude. Penny says, in my area, 20-year-old is old enough to be a grandmother.
She's not wrong.
You say that, but there was a girl in our year who had a kid at 14. So technically, her parents could have been grandparents by the time they were 30.
Yeah.
I know my daughter's grandparents on her mum's side, I think her nan was 32 when my daughter was born. 32 or 34. Jim says age is a great equalizer, Mikey. Certainly is. Dieter, Mikey, don't get me worrying yet. Let's talk about grandkids in 10 years or so. Then my daughter is old enough to voice her opinion. Yes. She may be a little bit younger, 8 years old, Dieter. 10 years, she'll be same age my daughter is now, so she'll be old enough then. In fact, no, daughters are never old enough. What are we talking about? Daughters are never ever old enough. I do have a stepdaughter who's 21 as well. Believe it or not, Kay has a daughter that's 21 years old.
Wow.
And she has a son who's 16 and a son who's 13, which is Morgan. Dieter says, this year we will not have a tree at home as we are not in for Christmas, but we'll do that with my parents. Nice. Martin says, I'd never come off in 40 years until a lady overtook a lorry in my direction and literally ran over the entire right side of my body. I died 3 times. At West Midlands paramedics, I'm alive. Wow. I hope you do some fundraising for him, dude.
Jesus. I hope you got some sort of bloody compensation from her.
Yeah. I bet she was bricking it and all. The police going, I'm really sorry to tell you, but he's died. Oh no, he's alive. Oh no, he's died again. Oh no, he's alive. Oh, he's died again.
Yeah.
You poor sod. Dieter says, cats are a wee bit fussed by that, I think. They are meowing a lot and taking me to the spot we usually set the tree. Ah, you're off work today, Dieter. If you're off work today, you are welcome to come on the show.
Indeed. Speaking of,
Ian says, I'll be 40. Sorry?
Shall I put the link in?
Aye, go on. Ian says, I'll be 48 in 48 days. Wow. That is mad. You do not look that old. I think you look at. I thought you were about my age. Drew says, talking of age, I was 48 and I told a neighbour I never thought I'd have carers young enough to be my kids. In fact, one is a mother. Shit, that means I'm old enough to be a granddad. That's torn it. Yeah. Athol says, at my age, 1 year is equal to 10 years. As in January, I'll be 72 or 27 again, whereas now I'm only 17. Oh, bless you, mate. Young Athol. I like that. Julian says, Athol, are you a dog or a cat? It's a wolf. I think. Yeah, it's a wolf.
Yeah.
Which I suppose is a type of dog. Or as they say in Scotland, it's a type of Doug. And there's StreamYard link. If you want to pop on, feel free. Hopefully we get some new people on the panel today. That'd be nice. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a banner up. Like I said, the fundraising stuff's in the description. That's the one. So I'll put that on. There we go. And I will get on with some modelling. At last.
We can test it in the chat if you want, Mikey.
Sorry?
We can take it in turns to do the chat if you want.
I don't mind, mate.
It means I might get some
Whatever you
modelling unlike Tuesday.
We need to do a scene for I'll flip an intro for like the Tiff and Mike show. That'd be funny, if a little weird.
Yeah,
Do it like the Muppets intro. That'd be fun. Right, I don't know where I got up to. Okay, I got up to that, so I don't need them. See, I'm not even placing the parts down carefully. I'm just chucking them across my desk without thinking. I think this is a kit I bought myself, so I'm not bothered. Okay.
I thought so. I've used the colour. God damn it.
So, part 2. No. What? I seem to be missing a part. I think. No, it's what? What is going on? Right, that's 3. So yeah, I'm missing a part. Well, that's a bloody annoying. Junior says, Tiff, how are you finding the AK markers? Not that they were on a shelf.
I'm enjoying them.
No, not they were. Yeah. Athol, Julian, think you need a trip to Specsavers so you can see a snarling wolf head as a dog. But occasionally, as Celia says, occasionally I can be her pussycat as I am warm and cuddly. Oh, that's nice. Ian says, Dita, that sounds cool. All those fire engines around the tree. It does sound cool, doesn't it? And Jim is in the house.
We've got not John.
Hello, Jim.
Good morning. Yeah, no, the not John.
No, we got
if you like modders. I always like to throw a name in there just for having fun. But if you want to put the not John up there, go right ahead. Fine. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
I'll put it on for you.
Okie dokie. Can you do that while you're opening up those new bottle caps?
You never know, Jim. One day they'll come to America.
Oh, I'm sure it will. I'm surprised it hasn't already. Can you explain that a little bit? You got an example to illustrate?
Yeah. Let me just grab an empty bottle.
Yeah, please, because I'd like to see that. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, I've got one here.
I get it.
Okay.
There you go.
They are attached to the rim of the bottle.
Oh, okay. Well, we've got something similar to that. It's I'll show you. I'll be right back.
In order,
I'll show you.
You can't
Yeah.
just put the cap on. You got to lift it up over it. Bloody thing.
I know. That's why I like to cut them off.
Yes. Martin says, people ask me how come I still ride, but it wasn't my fault. And despite dashcam footage from the lorry to the contrary, Staffordshire police, who really like bikers, said it is my word against hers, for fuck's sake. Really?
Well, didn't they investigate the accident? I mean,
Wow.
it would be very obvious who hit who. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but over here, it just depends on who's at fault.
well, obviously the motorist is.
Yeah.
I almost had that happen on a road, not on a bicycle, but a man.
Athol says
on a
minus
curve.
15 degrees.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mikey. Excuse me.
Oh, no, he was on a motorbike.
Yeah, I
He was on
understand.
a motorbike.
yeah.
Jim, no, Athol says minus 15 degrees C, and Jim's awake and not wearing his heavy duty parka.
You didn't see me in my walk
That's
outside.
because they're advanced in America. They have central heating. When he walks outside, he looks like a polar explorer
A black clad one,
with snot frozen to his face and everything in big spikes. Oh,
like Aqualung.
yeah. Jim says finding Mikey, as in using or oh, there they are. Yeah, I can't remember. Steve says, I hate these new lids. They're a real pain to deal with, and I just cut them off now. Yeah. Scott says they look like a pain in the A. They are. Indeed.
Yeah.
Well, here's the one we have.
Dieter
I'm sorry,
says
go ahead.
Near will be 9. No, go on. Go on.
Oh, I was just going to say, here's one of our bottles. It's not really a good example. This is just a particular a water bottle, one you buy in a store with the Coke, like Coke or soda pop.
Yeah.
It's very similar to the caps you were right. It's very similar to that. What we have is this. See, I'm gonna see if I don't spill any water on my computer. You take the cap off, and there's still a little rim of plastic left around there. On the bigger caps, it's attached by a little not quite the ring you have, but a little tab, and you can easily pull it away. So I think we were already ahead of you, but it seems a little bit more extreme there because it's kind of what you've got is a design to keep the cap attached to the ring below it.
Yeah. It's designed so that you can't take it off. But it also means that if you're using it one-handed, you can't just put the cap over the top like that, Jim.
Right.
You've actually got to lift it up.
Yeah.
Let's put it on.
And as you said, in America,
Near will be 9. Yeah.
No, go ahead. Finish your comments. I'm sorry.
Dieter says Near will be 9 in 2 months. Oh, bless her. And he says, yes, I have a photo of them somewhere. She's standing next to it, and you see the tops and ladders of the trucks. Cool. And he says, be right back, intervention. Okay. And Ian says, hey, Jim.
Hello, Ian. So anyway, what I was saying is that with that regarding those bottle caps, in America, it's called the ADA, Americans with Disabilities Act. And it's a very powerful lobby in Washington because, rightfully so, it has a voice in how things like sidewalks, bus stops, things like that are constructed to allow for people with disabilities, the blind, those wheelchair bound, so on and so forth. So they would probably be involved in something like that as far as the legislation regarding going ahead with approving the, manufacture of it. But,
Yeah. See, we have something similar in the UK, but they're not as powerful as like the environmentalist lobbyists and things.
Right. Yeah.
That is the flavor of the month, shall we say?
Yeah. Well, there needs to be a little, balance and communication, and a little nuance in it. But that's apparently enough people thought that what you've got is the right call. Whether it ever changes, another story.
Oh no, they didn't even say anything about it. They just did it.
Ah, okay. Now,
which seems to be a common theme at the minute.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, we both got one thing in common, I guess. The leader of our country is not someone that I voted for.
Yeah, that's true.
But we'll leave it at that. Squirrel.
Yeah, exactly. For those that don't know what Jim's saying when he's saying squirrel, we have a rule on Discord where it comes from the Friends of Models Heroes, but basically, if a subject is getting controversial or is starting to cause upset or anything like that, we say the word squirrel. And if we hear the word squirrel, because it's a word that we wouldn't normally use in the conversation, everyone knows to stop. And we can then, if needs be, we can explain why we said squirrel. And then we can move on from that subject, and we know to leave that subject behind.
Right.
There we go.
Yes.
It's basically like a safety word sort of thing.
Yeah, and rightfully so. This is modeling and
bum.
friendship and stuff. There's no need for something like that topic to be discussed.
Ian says, I've missed half the stream so far. I keep getting knocks on the door from delivery drivers. One of them was genuinely for me. It's all right, mate. I missed half the stream and I'm there running the bloody thing. Martin says, the whole thing makes no sense and I contested it, but eventually ran out of money for legal costs. The only winners were the bloody solicitors. Yeah, that's...
I'm sorry to hear that, Martin. That's really not right at all. I mean, you damn near died and you walk.
He did.
You walk away empty. That's not right. It's just not right. No.
He did die 3 times.
I know. I understand, but he's back.
That's why he should always get.
Pardon my emotion in that. I see so many motorists do so many stupid things and they get away with it a lot of times. And I don't mean hitting someone, but I mean just the stunts I see on the roads, drivers pull and they get away with it because they don't cause an accident. So in their mind, it's okay. It just bothers me greatly because they take a lot of people's lives they put a lot of people's lives at risk, not just theirs.
It's like
I totally agree.
Yeah, it's like when Sonic stayed here for a little bit, and then when he got his house and we were taking stuff up, and we had a little knock in the car. It wasn't bad. We just kind of lost a wheel.
Mm-hmm.
It was the fault of the local council because one of their drivers had pulled out of the junction and didn't see us, or thought a lot of drivers pull out of junctions really quickly, thinking they can get ahead of you. He's still waiting to hear from the insurance about that. Because when he had his MOT, it turned out it actually affected a lot more than just a new tire. Yeah,
it often does. Minor accidents seem minor on the surface, but when investigated, it can result in deeper damage that's not seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. After his MOT, he had to pay about 500 quid to have it fixed.
Jesus. Oh, moly.
Joys of motoring.
Something to do with his axles and bush pins and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's no wonder the insurance rates are so high. Insurance companies have to factor in accidents because the percentages just scream out for it. The likelihood of an automobile accident is so much higher than any other form of travel, wherever you go. I mean, I think I mentioned this, but recently, Ozscale Modeling, he's the Aussie living in Thailand. He did about a 15-minute video about what it's like to drive in Thailand. I'll tell you, it's even dangerous as a pedestrian there, and that's enough for me. I was like, nah, it's all right. And he gets around. He adapted quickly, so I guess it's possible. But boy, it just looks so dangerous to me. I'm just not used to stuff like that. You know, red light means red light.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like when they do things like they strap grandfather clocks sideways onto the back of mopeds and things.
He just hit
Did a bit
another
of
video.
all over.
He was driving up north to another city up in northern Thailand, and he's behind these two little like mini pickup trucks, kind of like a Chevy S10 or a little Datsun pickup from the 70s. They're little tiny ones, not a full size. And they were stacked like 3 high with bales of hay. he had a little motor scooter, so he was able to get around him real quickly. It wasn't a problem. But I mean, just looking at him in the road, it's like, oh my God, it's a disaster waiting to happen. Just one gust of wind and that stuff going everywhere.
We've seen it when they do that they strap them onto the back of the motorbikes and things.
Oh yes.
These massive bales of hay.
Yeah.
They're insane. Having ridden motorbikes, there's no way I would want something that oversized that's not controllable weight on the back of my motorbike.
Yeah, I was going to ask you.
It'd make it so unstable.
It would affect balance on the vehicle, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I've never been on a motorbike. Well, I have as a passenger, but I have no plans on riding something with a motor between my legs on 2 wheels. I'll take 4.
Good vibrations, man.
Oh, just don't sing it.
Okay. Ian said, why did it not come up? Oh, that's why. Okay. Ian says, Martin, was it head on and was she in your lane? She was overtaking a lorry, from what he said. Julian said, interesting reference access legislation. In the UK, Part M building regulations covers access to and use of buildings, allegedly dating from 2015, but I remember it in the early 1980s. What it probably is they had an earlier form of it in the 80s, and then they adapted it in the 90s. They just update them from time to time. Dominic says they had not tightened the wheel with a torque wrench. That is very important here in the Netherlands, at least. Yeah. Julie says in the US, the act Jim mentioned dates to 1990. The problem is access legislation doesn't change attitudes. Correct. And Martin says, Ian, yes to both, but she was very well off from Alderley Edge, so she just kept it going until I ran out of money. And she's very well off and from Alderley Edge, so she just kept it going until I ran out of money and life got worse for me when COVID took my wife. Oh, bless you, mate.
Martin, I am sorry, mate. You've had a rough few years of your life. I'm sorry to hear that. That is some really rough stuff to come back from. So kudos to you that you're here with us today. Triumph of the human spirit.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, I don't like that.
So, what are you working on, Jim?
I decided I was working on my Tiger tank. I've been painting all the tools and small items on the vehicle, trying to give it some color instead of just a block of dark gray. And I realized I need to let it dry right now. The next step is to start working on the mud that's going to go on the lower part of the hull, and then I'll put the road wheels on. But in the meantime, while I'm here and I'm at the bench, I'm going to work on my little Ryfield models Volkswagen, the World War II one. So I'm just going to start putting parts together and little sub-assemblies, kind of what I was doing with the Jeep last week. That's what I like about these little vehicles. I can start them and go a certain amount and put it away until I get back to it. But anyhow, that's what I'm going to be working on. So carry on. In fact, I'm going to mute myself because this plastic is going to make some very annoying sounds. So let me just kill the sound while I.
All right, buddy. Well, that's the cockpit's painted, kind of. Is it painting or is it colouring in if you use the AK pens?
It's technically painting because they are paint pens.
Yeah.
That's what I'd argue anyway.
Yeah. You're probably right. Usually are. Oh. Do-do. Julian says, Martin, the reverse happened to a friend driving a coach. The idiot driver was a local JP. Police were called. She said she was looking for cars, not coaches. PC was peeing himself laughing. What an idiot. Paul says, evening all. Good evening, Paul.
Evening, Paul.
Steve says, there's paint in the pen, so in my opinion, it's painting.
It is. I agree with Steve. Paul, good morning to you. Or, no, good evening to you. It's, I think it's around 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock in Australia where you're at, Paul. Maybe even 10.
You got very excited all of a sudden, Jim.
Paul is a regular on the Aussie Scale Modeler live chat. I'm on every Saturday, and he's a great modeler and a productive modeler. And oh man, does he have a collection?
Nice. For anyone wondering why I'm doing really weird colours on this nat that's not been on Chom before, I don't really like doing jets, and I don't care. It's just something that happens to be in my stash, so I'm just painting it how I like it.
Oh, you're doing the nap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Neat little model. I built the Matchbox edition of that way back when. Oh, blimey. Excuse me, I gotta go get my kitchen glasses.
US interior green. Right. Julian says, come on, StreamYard, catch up. Continue. Police prosecuted her. Insurance refused cover. 53 claims for whiplash. Coach company claimed loss of earnings. I'm not surprised. Dieter says, back in the chat. Fantastic. If you want to come up on panel, Dieter, you're more than welcome if you're able. Obviously, I understand if you're not. But if you want to, you're more than welcome to come up. I can put the link in.
It is. Cool.
Scott says, hi, Paul.
Yeah, follow along.
Paul says, hi, Jim. It's 11 p.m. here.
11 p.m. Okay.
June says, June says, in total, the Aegis costs were literally a small mortgage. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Paul says, hi, Scott. Dieter says, Mike is blowing a nut over this gnat. Laugh out loud. Could not resist that one. Yeah, and it's made it even worse now that I've realised I'm missing a part for it.
Oh, what's that?
And it's not even the part that's hidden. It's the part that holds the undercarriage in.
Oh, that's kind of important. But you can do a wheels up version.
Yeah.
Did they give you a stand with it?
It's going to be a crash version if it carries on. No, they don't give you a stand with it.
Oh, that's
what I
too
might
bad.
do is just do wheels up and throw it at the wall.
Yeah.
Pretend it's
Well,
fine.
yeah.
Dieter says, I would love to, but I'm at work right now. When I work from home, I'll be happy to. All right, mate, no problems. Be happy to have you. Marty says, I'm building the Kommanderwagen, the Volkswagen Beetle, as part of a post-war diorama in Berlin with a mini art, a delivery van, and Sherman Checkpoint Charlie. Cool.
Wow. That sounds like a very involved diorama. Hope you share that on Discord. I'd like to see it.
A Kommanderwagen.
Yeah, what Kommanderwagen? When did that one I'm not familiar with. Probably know it if I see it, but not by name.
Oh, great. Fantastic. So, what Malcolm has done for the fundraiser, fair play to him, is instead of having the Models for Heroes donate button on the Models for Heroes page website, he has changed it to this. So Revel are linking to that.
Nice.
So they're linking to the Models for Heroes page, but they're doing it that way.
Very nice. Very nice.
Which is really, really cool of him. Cheers, Malcolm. So it's now being advertised on the Models for Heroes page as well.
Yep.
Website as well. Which is
Nice.
really, really cool. That's how nice the guy is. He's gone to all that extra effort for us.
Well, it's for a good cause, so it's worth the effort.
It is.
Indeed.
Athol says, "Hi there, Paul." Paul says, "Hi, Athol. Dorkosaurus is in and has made it with more than 10 minutes to go for a change. Way!
Hello, Dorkosaurus. Good
Hello,
morning,
Dorkosaurus.
good afternoon, wherever you are.
I still love that avatar."
Yeah.
Paul says, "Evening, Dorka." Dieter says, "Martin, I stumbled upon some car kits I didn't remember I had, laugh out loud, of the Polar Lights Coca-Cola series, including a Beetle as well. So I guess I got myself Beetle 2. Yes.
Excellent.
I've got a Beetle.
Yeah. You like Beetlejuice, don't you, Modest?
I've never actually seen it.
Haven't you?
Nope.
You need to watch it. It's cool.
Good film.
Scaly
Good
says,
film.
"Hi, Dorkosaurus." And Doc says, "It is indeed morning, 6 a.m.
Ah, okay. You're
Wow.
on my time slot.
Yeah. I'm still amazed that you guys get up so early to watch the streams and things.
Well, Mikey, like I
I
said,
know you've got other things to do as well. It's not watch.
No, I'm just saying it's just a matter. I mean, I'd
Sorry,
like
go
to sleep late sometimes, especially in a cold winter morning. But up I am, and there's no point in laying in bed when you can't sleep. So I get up and I start doing things around the house, and I even get my book out, read a few pages. If it's early enough, I'll fall back asleep. But you know, it's just many years of working early shift. It's with you.
Yeah. That's understandable. We appreciate your company.
So I appreciate you being there. It's nice to have some live chat at that time of the day.
It is, isn't it? Marty says, "The Reifield Beetle is said Kommanderswagen
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Hold on.
with lifted
what,
body and chunky tires, hence the Type 87 military number."
Yeah. Martin, is this what you're building? Just putting it up on the screen for you.
There you go. Chunky tires. Yeah, Type 87 military number. Yeah, so that's what he's building.
Yeah, because this one is just called the Volkswagen
Junior,
Type 77.
yeah. Just similar kit, just different name for the thing, isn't it? Use different part of the name so they don't copyright infringe. Julie says, "Jim, I dropped a link in Discord for a Tamir 148 Commander Wagen. In short, a camouflage Volkswagen Beetle.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Julian.
I imagine
I'll
it's
check
called
it
a
out.
Commander Wagen because it's used by the officers. It'd been used like a staff car.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike says, "Oh, Tiff, you got to watch Beetlejuice." You have.
I'll add it to my
Want
list of things to watch.
Julian says, "Hi, Doc." Dieter says the Volkswagen Type 87, also known as the Kommandeswagen, is a World War II four-wheel drive version of the Volkswagen Beetle, produced from 1941 to 44 by the Volkswagen plant, primarily for high officers of the Wehrmacht.
That's right.
Take a breath. Cool. Brian says, Beard Veteran Crates, am I correct in thinking you're in the Battle of the Falklands? No. I did a short tour in the Falklands, but that was in the 2000s. That was well after the war. The only war I've been in was Iraq. I was there 2007, end of 2007, beginning of 2008 in Iraq. I'm too young to have served in the Falklands. It was 6 years before I was born. Deep says the Wehrmacht classified the Kommandeswagen as like the Galand. Oh, Jesus wept. Galender. I don't know.
Lichter Galanderganger. Ooh, that's a good one. Boy, those Germans put those words together.
Geiger.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
There you go. Is that it? Lichter Galanderganger. PKW for Sitzgeiger for Radfriesbenner. Galanderwagen Type 87.
Okay.
Peter, I'm going to batter you if you keep doing that, please. Dieter says the engine and drivetrain, including portal geared wheel hubs, are the same as in the Volkswagen Type 166 Schwimmwagen amphibious vehicle. Cool. See, what we need is Waitrose on here so that he can do all the German stuff. Because he can pronounce German words better than I can. Paul says, I'm the same, Jim. After spending 21 years working on rotating 12-hour shifts, I still don't sleep normal.
Yeah, now that's a real grind. When you go from days to nights, yeah.
Ian says, Martin, my dad had a lifted camo painted Beetle on big tires before I was born. Cool.
Oh, nice.
Dieter. Hi, Dorka, Brian, Paul, and anyone I have forgotten. Paul, evening Hagrid of Boom. Martin, yes, it is that kit. Unless you've not guessed, I'm a Volkswagen nerd, having built or owned both cars and Type 2 of many ages. Cool.
Nice. Good for you, Martin.
Upside down prams when I was a kid.
Yeah. Volkswagens are
Dieter says, Beard Veteran Crates, translation of the German stuff.
I'm sorry, Mike. I'll shut up. There's a lag between you and I.
I know, mate. Don't worry about it. Dieter says the translation is light all-terrain person's car, four-seated, four-wheel drive, field car Type 87. Cool. Thank you, Dieter. Ian says, no photos survived, but I do have some cool pics for Willis Jeep and Land Rovers in off-the-ground action shot. Now, now you're talking my language when it comes to Land Rovers, because I understand Land Rovers. I love Land Rovers.
Yeah, they're basically the
having
the
worked
British,
on every country variant.
Yeah, they're the British version of a vehicle that's meant to be both on and off road.
Pretty much the coolest advert ever was a Land Rover advert, and they literally attached a winch rope to a Land Rover from the bottom up to the top of a dam, and they actually drove the Land Rover up the wall of the dam.
Yep, that's it was out there first before a lot of other stuff, but the Jeep was always there. I don't know when it became a vehicle of make that the public could buy. Outside of Army surplus after the war.
Yeah, my dad used to have a Jeep Cherokee, and it snowed one year, so he took me out in the Jeep Cherokee and took me onto a car park so that I could practice doing donuts and that in the snow and get used to the difference between four-wheel drive and two-wheel drive.
Oh, right,
so
yeah,
because get used to controlling the car.
Yeah, I've got the same thing in my car. The four-wheel on demand, you shift it into another gear, and you get power in both axles, and then you can take it off if you want. Yeah.
We did it to teach me how to control skids and things.
Yeah, good idea.
Junior says, the Tamir box says the Commander's Wagen was a Steyr Type 1500A. Martin says, I mean the real thing, not models. Yes.
No, I get it, Martin. Yeah, those are.
Dogsor says, okay, you can start now. Dogsor says, okay, you can start now. I have my coffee. Oh, you didn't bring me one. Damn it. Dieter says, light all. Oh, yes, sorry, I've read that one out. I do apologize. Dieter says, I could speak fluent German, but even I would have my tongue in a knot in that one.
Yeah.
I don't speak very good. I'm not particularly articulate in English.
I was going to say, I barely speak English, never mind any other language.
Yeah. I'm barely articulate in English, let alone my own. Then I've got Welsh on top of that, let alone any other language. I can speak bits of different languages, like Arabic and things like that. But, yeah. Athol says, morning, Dorker, pants on with coffee in hand. No, he's just got the coffee in hand. He's not worried about the pants. He's not on camera. In fact, none of us have to worry about pants because the cameras are above the desk.
Quite right.
Because you can actually see my legs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good. Modders have to worry about it, but me and Jim don't, do we, Jim?
For the record, I've got trousers on. I don't want to confuse anyone. Pants, I think, is underwear in the UK, whereas pants here in America is
that's underpants.
Well, trousers.
No, we call our trousers pants, and your undies, underwear.
Underwear. Yeah, we call them underpants because they go under your pants.
Yeah.
Or
just for the record, I have both on. So carry on.
Yeah. In military circles, we call them shreddies. Julian says, German, why use 7 words when you can jam them together into one? Yes.
Well, as
Dorkasaurus says, Athol, you are correct. George Davis is in. Morning all. Good morning, George.
Good morning, George. Or maybe Guten Tag or Guten Morgen is the language of the moment.
Ian says, my dad used to do trialing like autocross for off-roaders. Still got all his trophies. Nice. I've seen that. It's a really cool sport. Scaly says, morning, George. Doug Sawyer says, your coffee is in the mail. Laugh out loud, I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. It should be a bit more by the time we get to it. June says, one of the Land Rover Vintage Voltage was 4-wheel drive. They had a right mare creating an electric transfer box. Yes, I imagine they did. They used a Land Rover for Prince Philip's funeral. And it was the Remy that drove it and adapted it for him. Dieter says, yep, Julian, and they all sound like you are angry about something. Yes. Dieter says, ambulance equals Krankenwagen. Nice. Oh. Butterfly is Schmetterling.
Right. Schmetterling. Yep.
And turtle is Schildkröte. Schildkröte?
Schildkröte.
I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah, close. Not sure what those dots above the O mean as far as the inflection on the letter.
Yeah. Junior says, laugh out loud, Hagrid. He says, Dieter says, aircraft is Flugzeug. I like that.
Flugzeug. Yeah. Das Flugzeug, yeah.
Flugzeug.
Das Jabo.
Truck is Lastkraftwagen or LKW. That's good.
Okay. That's what the abbreviation means. Okay, I got it. Thank you. We're getting quite a. I'll be able to man a German road checkpoint and pass off as a Deutscher Soldat. I'll know all the language.
Yeah. Why use one syllable when you can use four, eh?
Yeah.
George says, hi, Scaly. Dieter says, armored scout vehicle. Panzer Beobachtungswagen.
Yep.
Yeah, again, armored scout vehicle. So much easier to say. Less syllables. Dieter says, and so on. And here finished the lesson in German from Dieter.
Okay. Well,
Martin says, my favorite compound noun is German Doddel/Pfeifer. Bagpiper. There you go.
oh, okay.
Or bagpipe player.
Saxpfeifer.
Doddel/Pfeifer.
Doddle or dodel. I think the O is kind of a long O, like a dodel, like yodel.
Yeah. So the O with the dot is OE, pronounced like so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
That's very cool. I like this.
where was it? Yeah.
So that's got to go in underneath it.
So, yeah.
Okay.
You're right. It's Schilderkroot.
Right. Yeah. Schilder.
Guess who's here?
Hey,
It's Mr. Marley.
Hello.
Good day, mate.
Sorry about the hour. I'm quite a bit tardy.
No, don't worry about it. It's good to have you here. Better late than never.
Julie says, wonder if the German for fire engine is shit, it's a fire. Okay, we're on the way. Did you hear about that fire station in Germany?
No.
I think it was a few weeks ago, Jim. The EU regulations said that because of the type of building it was, it didn't need to have fire alarms in it, right? It then went on fire and burnt to the ground because the firefighters didn't know that there was a fire in the building.
Good Lord. You got to be kidding me. You couldn't write a
They lost
script.
2 fire appliances and the building.
We are the fire department. Damn it. We need another one.
Yeah.
Good
Dieter
Lord.
says, howdy, Mr. M. Yeah, apparently they didn't.
Hello, Data.
They didn't know until a member of the public rang the fire service to tell them the fire station was on fire.
Excuse me. That one's.
Ian says, hey, John. Oh, I wish bloody StreamYard would start jumping up. Athol says, good day, John. Julian says, hi, John. Mart says, the dots over the O are called an umlaut. Ah. It's like the roof over the top of an E or a vowel, basically. In Welsh, it's called a tobach.
All right.
Baldley's in. He says, hello, everyone. Hello, buddy.
Hey, James, how you going?
He did a quick review of a truck as well.
Yes, he did. Yeah, that Airfix truck, the one I want to buy. That's a great model. And I want to paint it in that contrast.
He says, oh, is that the electric fire engine? They have one of them in a fire station in England. And when they put a post, they're bragging about it on Facebook. And everyone's putting, well, that's going to go well, isn't it? An electric truck full of water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens if it runs out of charge on a 12-hour shout or something? Scaly says, hi, James. Bolly says, hi, Scaly. Dieter says, fire truck or fire engine in German is Feuerwehr, LKW, or Kampfwagen, FKW.
Okay.
Or for quarter. Dorksaw says, hi, TBG, Mike, and people in Chatland. I'm still waking up. Oh, I'm assuming that means waking up. A is pronounced close to the English A sound. A.
Oh, okay. It's not an All right.
And he says, Mikey, you skipped one of my English to German translations, did you? Which one was that, buddy? I don't think I did.
Well, in
But
America,
happy to be
we've
corrected,
got
though.
both a long A and a short A. We have an and an A.
Well, what we call the A is what we call lowercase.
Okay. See, I just
So
said it.
So you have lowercase letters and uppercase letters, capitals and lowercase.
Right, capitals and lowercase. Yes.
So that's the difference in pronunciation.
So that
It's
means
A
that
and
that indicates the pronunciation of the letter by whether it's capital or lowercase. Is that
Yes.
correct? Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G in capitals, but it's A, B, C, D, F, G, H in lowercase.
It sounds like the Welsh alphabet.
Oh no, that's even more complicated.
Yeah, I
Double L
bet.
makes one letter.
Yeah, I walked into that one.
CH makes one letter.
It's like the Russian alphabet. I heard that's the real head scratcher to learn.
Yeah. Julian says, the Cyrillic alphabet. Wow, we got a new high. We got 27 viewers at the minute. That's cool. Please make sure to like. That'd be awesome. If you could subscribe, that'd be even better. Julian says, my favorite Egypt move with regards to fire was a guy in the US who repeatedly used lox to light his barbecue. Lox being liquid oxygen.
Ooh. Woohoo, mighty explosive, pal.
Sorry, Joe. A minute, I promised. Finally, we missed Geschlechtverkehr. We're going back to the speaking in reverse thing again, aren't we? Yeah. Geschlechtsverkehr. We're getting back to this whole sounding like we're speaking in reverse.
It's because it was held for
Bowley says
review.
the Munich Fire Service have a unique way of... Yeah. There we go. So YouTube thought you were swearing at me. Bowley says the Munich Fire Service have a unique way of dealing with the EV fire. They watch it. Yeah, that's pretty much all they can do. Because the lithium will just always reignite until it's burnt out. And unfortunately, once one cell's gone, the other 1,000 are guaranteed to go. Dogsaur says, I do talk to text and don't correct it when it's gone wrong. No problems, buddy. Dieter says, I will do a video when I can to do some live translations. Some sound hilarious. That'd be awesome, mate. You could do your own little German or language translation channel. That'd be brilliant.
Yeah, I love that one.
Languages with
count me in. Count me in. I want to. I love learning languages.
Dieter, you could run a series of classes for us. That'd be awesome. I'd love to learn a new language. Or at least learn the basics.
Yeah, the basics.
It says laugh out loud. I can teach you the basics of Welsh. Even though you probably pick it up quicker than what I have. June says, Hagrid, I just had the message come up that one of yours is held for review due to having the word S3A. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that'd be why.
When that comes up, we've got to press show.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
Yeah. See, because I'm looking at StreamYard, not YouTube, I don't see it.
Then they don't come up in StreamYard if not for review as well.
Yeah. Dieter says, Julian, ever heard of the Russian icebreaker that was decommissioned because of a rather stupid radiation accident? Yeah. Bowley says, warming up for that Welsh train station.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. I hate it. Oh, new record. 29 people. Come on, people. Get those likes and subscriptions in.
Nice.
More the merrier. Julie says, the third time that guy melted a barbecue using locks, the police and fire department turned up and demanded he stop doing it. Yes. Did he give him a thick ear as well?
Tell him, Julian, did he tell him in reply that his First Amendment rights were being violated? How dare you tell me how to manage my own barbecue?
Dieter says, back in 1974, the captain was approached by his cook with a set of pans he couldn't clean. The bloke recommended putting them under a steam valve from the nuclear reactor. Pans were clean, but... Oh, dear.
I can't wear them for 100 years.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah. George says, yeah, lithium makes its own oxygen when burning. Exactly. They said literally the only way to put out an electric car fire safely and ensure that it goes out is to put it in a massive tank of water and just leave it there for a few weeks.
Weeks?
Dieter says we'll be a few thousand years before we can use them again.
Yeah.
And he says, thanks, Julian. That makes sense. Yeah. Martin says, you have to let EVs burn out because you can't deprive them of oxygen as the batteries generate their own, so you can't smother the fire with either water or foam. Exactly. That's why they're so dangerous. Julian says, be back in a bit, Kara here. All right, buddy. And Dieter says, yep. Weeks. Nothing else would work. Right. John, how are you, buddy?
I'm okay. Been an interesting day.
Can I just say, I'm really glad you're wearing a red t-shirt. Otherwise, we wouldn't see you against that background.
Yeah.
Cream sofa,
yeah,
cream
yeah.
face, cream wall, and white hair.
Well, I'll tell you what, with my farmer's tan, if I took the t-shirt off, all you'd see was a red head in the middle. So no, I'll keep the shirt on. Thank you very much. If anyone's familiar with it, it's a song by Paul Kelly called "How to Make Gravy." Hello, Dan. It's Joe here.
Ah, okay.
And then on the back it says, "Hope you're keeping well." So it's a Christmas song, really. That'll be next week, I think, in a week away.
Today's the 12th, less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got 13 days.
Yeah. Anyway, no, look, there's stuff going on with the parents there. Things are happening. We're going to have a discussion on Sunday. I think it's a get together of my brothers and sisters, and we're going to sit down and see what happens next.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, but no modelling here.
The fundraiser, John. The fundraiser is now 1,210.
That's amazing.
It is.
Oh God, I still haven't donated to that. I've been busy. I'll need to do that. When does it close?
It's been extended.
Oh.
Right, Mikey?
Well, I've had to extend it to next Thursday.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Started promoting it as well.
Right. So very good.
Yeah. So now if you go onto the Revels Instagram page, press the link in their bio for Models for Heroes, it'll take you to it.
I can't have access to Instagram. Facebook won't let me.
No. That's all right. We've got the link for you. The link is in the description on this video as well.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
And if need be, we can DM you it.
There you go. So you got no excuse. And of course, you have direct access to me, who can send you the link.
Yes. Oh, speaking of which, direct access. I had a package arrive today from Temu, Gary. But
yes,
I'm 700 kilometers away from it. I won't open it until I get back to Sydney with Newcastle. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Gary, if you're watching, I hope you're okay. I heard you've been having some back problems, so I know where you're coming from on that. I wish you well.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
nerve
know
pain
what's
is-
in that
they're
parcel.
awful.
Me
Do you?
too. I know what's in it too.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. But we're not telling you because it's a surprise.
Yeah.
It's a surprise. Yeah. What was I? Yeah, you could do something really crazy, John, and I don't know, share the fundraiser on. How much of that did you hear?
Share the fundraiser on.
Before it glitched out.
I think he means at the
On
scale
Scale
model.
Modeling Twins Facebook page. There
I
you go.
could do that. Yeah. Well, that's a wild assumption that I have followers.
Yeah.
Hey, you got me. I'm subscribed.
Have you?
Oh yeah. When
Sorry
you
to hear
do.
that,
post
Jim.
the video, John, I've said it before. You're a great model builder. I'm not trying to be cute or anything like that, or some kind of backhanded compliment. You do great work, mate. You really do.
Oh, thanks, Jim. That means a lot coming from you. Yeah. Thank
But yes,
you.
I do. I've got in my notification and everything. So when you post a video, it shows up. I watch, I like,
Yeah.
and I reply.
It has been a while. Like I haven't been home for more than a week now.
Yeah. Well, you've got more
I'll-
important issues right now.
Yeah. I do. I'm eating well, so I've got a whole heap of
You do,
old
but you're missing it.
friends that are taking me out to dinner. So
Oh,
tonight
good.
I had dinner with the better looking Marley. We went out to
Oh,
a hamburger
excellent.
place. So that was nice.
So
Yesterday,
what
I
you're
met an
saying
old friend,
is you're
Anna.
going to be the artist that's followed John.
Yeah. Where are we? Oh, move.
You're going to be the scale modeler that's so like bloody hell. He can't even bend forwards now. He's at that much.
Yeah, my back's
Can you
sore.
still touch your toes, John?
No. Spinal fusion won't let you do that.
Yep. Kind of takes away when they put two together. You lose the use of the just a little bit of this and that.
Oh, there we go. That was an hour ago.
Oh, that's nice. Well, we missed having you on the builds, buddy.
Oh, and this is me and the better looking Marley with my
Oh, see.
dear father.
Oh wow, nice,
Oh,
great
Yeah.
photograph, John.
I'm the one with the grey hair.
I tell you, it's a blessing you get your papa your age. I miss my dad. It's coming next month. Will be 20 years since my dad passed, and I miss him something bad.
Yeah, you would. Yeah. Oh dear.
but other than that, you're all right.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's all. As I say, it's all good. So I've got.
StreamYard is really going crazy today.
Yeah.
What's the matter, Mikey? Is it like a
It's
tech
gone
issue,
really
or is it-
dark here outside. And really cloudy.
Oh,
Like the
Oh.
clouds are at the rooftop level.
whoa, that's some pea soup. Holy moly!
That's not a good.
It's good and dark here as well, but
That's not a
it's
good
20
sign.
to midnight, so there's
Yeah.
that.
Sun's just coming up.
Yeah, it's
I
not
think
even 1
it's-
o'clock in the afternoon yet.
Yeah. 20 to 7 here in the States, or my part of the States, I should say.
What I could do, in fact, is I could take a photo and I'll put it in Discord. Because you
Yeah,
can't.
please do.
I live at the base of a hill and you can't even see the hill.
Wow.
2 seconds.
John, have you built any Ryefield model kits?
Not one. No, have
Okay.
not.
I'm starting on my very first one right now, just doing some little sub assemblies here and there. And one thing they and Tacom have in common, I'm finding, is a lot of cleanup. There's a lot of flash and a lot of burrs to remove. Not that it can't be done. I'm just saying that it requires a little bit more closer inspection than meets the eye.
Which Royfield kit have you got there, Jim?
Here we go.
Oh yes, yeah. Saw that the other day.
Yeah. I decided to start on this. I'm working on this.
What was it? The view from
Tiger, but I've been painting all the little tools and everything on there. I'm done with that right now. So I decided to get the Volkswagen out to build with everyone else.
Nice.
So, it's gone out. There you go. So you see behind those houses in the middle, you can see the trees.
Yes.
That is actually that is actually a hill behind that. That's actually the housing estate actually goes up a hill.
Yeah.
And you can't see the hill because the clouds are coming that low. There's actually a hill with the town and
everything. Skull Railway, though. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
All the Skull Railway dioramas and accessories and stuff. I didn't realise how accurate they were until you head over to the UK or Europe and you have a look around and go, wow, it's just like in the pictures.
If you look there, you can see there's the hill in the clouds. Oh, come on.
Right.
Focus.
Back it up just a little bit, Mikey. There we go. Yeah. You're right. I can just see the hill in the background.
You can see the hill and the trees and stuff.
Holy moly. There's
my car.
So there's a
nice little vehicle.
How far away is Mold from you? Is it like 20 minutes?
Not even that. Probably 15 minutes from that. About 10 miles.
Okay.
Why? What's up?
Nothing. No, just there's a cousin that we're in touch with. Lives in Mold. Yeah. Which is sort of weird.
Yeah, I go there all the time to go shopping and stuff. In fact, I was in Mold the other day. Because we go through there to go to my sister-in-law's. How weird is that, though?
Okay. Here's an example of what I'm talking about, John. I'll try to. This is the backside of the interior body of the Volkswagen. Well, along this panel, there's a fine little line of flash running across it, and it will interfere with the fit if you don't remove it. So that's what I'm saying about parts like that kind of like these things help, because then I can see that clearly and remove it. But that's what I'm talking about with the Ryfield and the Tacom kits. What they have in common is that it often it's in the areas where two parts come together, so it will add dimension to that part, to that joint, if you're not careful about removing all of the flash or burr or whatever it is. So there's all some great detail, but part cleanup is definitely or part preparation, I should say, is definitely part of it. No pun intended. Nine.
Tiff, do you want to go through the chat?
I can do. What have we been up to? Because I am absolutely.
Oh, that's B.
Be back in a bit. Kara's here. Yep, weeks. There you go. Yeah. So Dieter's comments below the one after. Yep, weeks. Nothing else would work.
That one. So Dieter says the larger fire departments are now being equipped with special custom trucks and trailers with a big hunky open top container. They drop the EV in and drive it off to leave it to exhaust itself.
Yeah.
He says, or use the Cobra water cutter gun if they have it to cut out the part of the battery and then fling it in the container. He says he actually went to help assemble one of those as part of an exchange program he was offered at the Dutch DAF plant, DAF plant. I can tell you
Yeah,
those
it's
buggers.
DAF. It's where they make the trucks.
Yeah. I can tell you those buggers are massive and reinforced. All left to do is top up H2O.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Athel
DAF is
says,
where they make the DAF trucks. It used to be owned by Leyland.
yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Athel says, cheers, John. Just received your message on Facebook.
Very good.
Martin says, there is something called the fire triangle, which water squares have to learn as part of basic. And to put a fire
Right.
out, have to stop one of three things in the triangle: oxygen, heat, and fuel.
Right.
Hmm.
Yep. I years back I used to service portable fire extinguishers as a job, and we would go around to various private businesses and check them and see if they meet inspection, and then either take them out of service or put them back. And that was one of the things I learned was that triangle. Because we also taught fire prevention to certain companies with their employees.
It's something you have to learn in the armed forces as well, because you have to do fire pickets and things like that.
Yeah, well, our
Patrol the camp at night.
yeah, our counsel to most people is if the fire is bigger than it is big, hit the alarm and get the hell out. You're not a professional firefighter.
Yeah.
TPG says hi Athol. Athol says hello James. Kieran says Martin, it's now the fire tetrahedron to cover chemical chain reaction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Look, there's a massive ion battery, lithium-ion battery in F-35, and they've got the procedures. The squadron where I used to work is like if one of them catches fire, ring the alarm so everybody can give a hand pushing the rest of those bastard aircrafts on top of the fire as well. But yeah, it's massive. You need a big crane to raise it up into place.
TVG says care with that sunlight gem. Julian says he's back. Please hold the applause to a dull roar. Oh, you are here. Julian says afternoon TVG. TVG says you're back, Julian. And George says Mull's like an hour bus ride from my house.
All right.
Hang on a minute. So, George, I'm not saying the exact location, but which are you in Flintshire? Just asking. Oh yeah, because you said you buy Wrexham. So yeah, you're not far away from me. That's cool. I used to deliver to the pub in Pont Blythen, which is on the way to Wrexham from Mold. They were great because they used to give me bacon butties and a cup of coffee in the morning.
Sounds nice.
Very
And in
good.
the afternoon, if I did deliver in the afternoon, they'd give me a Sunday roast or a roast dinner and a pint of beer.
Ooh. Wow.
Now
Talk
I want
about
a
taking
pint of
care of
beer.
someone. That's nice.
Crimes. It's funny because we've got like the ABC here. It's obviously
Which
the
I
Australian
absolutely
version of the
did not
British.
drink just before driving the van back. Yeah, go on.
Julie says my front two TVG. Dita says Martin, the first thing every training begins with. And Mike says, fire picket.
Yes.
Yeah. Julian says, call me picky, but dumping an EV, which is on fire, into H2O, which is hydrogen and oxygen, isn't a great idea.
No, it's not. But yeah, I think it's like an oil bath they put them in, so it's got a higher, like instead of shorting out the batteries, it'll do it slowly
Bless you.
and drain it over like a few seconds instantaneously. Because I believe it's an oil bath, like a transformer.
I'm not sure because if you think about it, if you put lithium into water, lithium produces its own oxygen. So the only thing you can do is take the heat away because it's already got fuel and oxygen. And water cools a lot quicker than oil, which is why they don't use water so much for quenching.
Well, it depends on what kind of fire. Water is best for stuff like paper, but it's obviously not meant for electricity. A lot of times it's dry chem or foam because it just kills the ability of the fire to take in oxygen.
Yeah. The best person to ask would be Dieter because he's a firefighter.
Mm-hmm.
There's that, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just remembering my own experience because we had to know the basics of it besides just servicing the units. You know, we had to understand what the applications of each one were for and whether they're appropriate for the area they're in.
Yeah. Yeah. You've also got to keep in mind as well is accessibility. So they'll have ready supply of water. They can just keep pumping that in all day from the hydrants and things. But they don't have a ready supply of oil. Especially oil that's not going to burst into flames if you apply heat to it.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yes.
Sorry, modders.
It's okay. It's your show.
Only just.
George says, I kind of like the triangle of death between hypothermia, blood loss, and heart rate, blood pressure. Not a nice process, but it's kind of cool how the body tries to fix stuff itself.
Yep.
It is.
Yeah.
He says he's in Wrexham.
Yeah, so not far from me. In fact, it's one of our local hospitals. Which is not far. I've got friends that live in Wrexham.
You don't have any friends. What are you kidding?
Excuse me.
What do you call yourself other than John?
Paul.
You smarmy Australian git.
Yeah, when I'm in a real fix, I just say, I'm the other guy.
Yeah, I'm the other guy.
The thing is, I can tell the difference between them very easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, one's smarmy, one isn't.
No, one of you has got a bit more of
One
like a
is-
square jawline than the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Paul's got more hair.
Yeah, that too. Anyway,
Now we're just breaking down his morale.
Yeah, now while we're dishing out compliments.
Yeah.
yeah, right, comments. We only got like, 3 comments left. Athol says,
Yeah.
I know, don't even bother with the bloody comment bomb, like Tuesday. Hopefully. Hoping not. Athol says, used to love being on fire picket duties as we got to test the oxygen floor and that cleared hangovers from the night before.
It does that.
Yeah.
And Jamie says, I'm the thing that's pronounced Gesundheit?
Gesundheit.
Gesundheit.
Gesundheit. Bless you.
Yeah. And he says, we're back to German again.
Yeah.
Dieter says, I try to pick up what I can should it ever be needed to fight fires. You never know when it comes in handy.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
And Jeannie says, a while ago, I saw a
Basically,
YouTube video
with an
of-
EV fire. Yeah. Basically, with an EV fire, if you're not a firefighter, run. Just get as far away as possible. And stay
Well,
away.
any fire, pretty much just get away as far as possible because you don't want to put yourself at risk. As I said, you're not a pro. So
Well, no.
anything can happen.
But a small fire, you can at least with a small fire, you can sort of try and fight it with a fire extinguisher.
Oh yeah. That was part of the training we did for employees of companies. But you had to understand what is a small fire as opposed to something that's like, nope, get out.
Yeah.
Okay, so Julian says, a while ago I saw a YouTube vid about early artillery. Early cannon had a bad habit of distributing itself and its crew around the landscape.
Mhm.
Apparently, kings were killed when their favourite cannon fired itself.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, it happened in the Great War. There were guns that weren't maintained properly, and the shells would fall short.
Yeah.
Well, we've got 5 minutes left.
Oh boy, time flies when you're building a
Yeah.
rifle.
We have. Oh, they're the other kits I remember. I forgot that I got for Christmas. I knew there was another couple. Kay got me some 1/16 handguns. They're cool.
Oh,
No,
right.
once-
Okay.
Not 1/16, 1/6 scale. Sorry.
All right.
Which is pretty cool. Which I'm amazed they're allowed in this country.
Speaking of that,
honest.
the man that murdered that United
But
Healthcare Organization CEO 3D printed the weapon.
Oh, did he?
That's what I've been told.
Yeah, because it's plastic. It doesn't go through. It gets
yeah,
through.
you can get the plants,
Yeah.
Right.
metal detectors.
Mm-hmm.
A point which was made even before 3D printing was commonplace in the film where Clint Eastwood works for the Secret Service and he's trying to catch that guy that keeps using a plastic homemade gun.
Oh yeah, that was I forget the name of that film, but it was another one you're talking about. Yeah, back in like 1992. It's a good film. I haven't seen it, but
Yeah.
I've heard it's very good.
In the line of
Yeah,
fire?
I enjoyed it. And I'm not really into Clint Eastwood.
Well, he's a
Sorry,
great
mate?
filmmaker. As an actor, he was very good. I mean, he played the part of Dirty Harry beautifully.
Yeah.
What I was going to say was, if you want to see a good Clint Eastwood film, the film before the one we're talking about called Unforgiven with Richard
Oh,
Harris,
that's so good.
Richard
Yeah.
Harris, Gene Hackman, Morgan Freeman. Awesome film. I mean,
That's
just
what's
one of
called.
the best.
In the Line of Fire.
In the Line of Fire. That's it. Thank you. Yeah, John Malkovich is the nutball he's after.
Yeah. It's a good film. Last couple of comments. We've got two.
Yeah. No, we've got one more comment.
Last one comment. Aha.
Yep. Dita says, and yes, if you are
Oh,
not
the
a
flags
fire,
are pain in the backside.
yeah. Dita says, and yes, if you're not a firefighter, do the basic stuff. Keep calm, call the service, sound the alarm, and make one attempt at extinguishing when possible, but steer clear as soon as possible.
That's it. We don't need dead heroes.
Yes. Sound advice.
Indeed.
No. Your family don't need medals, they need you.
Yeah.
I saved a hospital wing many
So-
years ago. Well, me and a couple other people. putting the
Ladies
fire
and
out.
jelly spoons.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Time to stop.
Yeah. And your boss got the credit, didn't he, John?
He did. Yeah. Yeah. Happy times.
Because he posed for the photo op.
Yeah. I'm surprised you remember that. I must have told you.
You
Anyway.
did? You told me, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, modders, how have you got on?
Not
Just to make
bad.
you aware as well, the bottom of Victory wasn't wooden. It had copper plate on it.
Just so you know, I'm painting it copper.
Yeah. I can see that.
you go.
Was that for the hull?
I couldn't see
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
After the refit before Napoleonic Wars, it had the copper plate fitted.
What I've done is I've painted it brown before I've painted the copper because it just didn't look right over black, and the copper didn't go right just over like the bare plastic. But yeah, no, that is for God's sake, that is copper.
That is a nice colour, to be fair.
Yeah.
So I actually painted it
I'm gonna have to get
with
some copper paint.
it got painted with the Vallejo rust, model lead rust, just 2 coats of that.
Yes.
And then XF28, the dark copper from Tamiya. I've got yellow on that side, and I've done the deck on that bit and the guns on that bit as well. Painted that black, and then the 2 halves of the.
Nice. Well done, Tiff.
So yeah.
Nice
That's all
work. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah. The Mayflower is going to be fun because it's got rigging.
All ships do. All sailing ships do.
And you've got to cut out
Yeah, I've got
sails.
I got the Mayflower kit the other day from
Cool.
Yeah, I got the Mayflower kit the other day from Lidl. I think my mum's got me the HMS, the Battle of Trafalgar one as well with the Victory in it.
Hey, there's somebody that just came out with a 1/700 scale HMS Victory with full interior.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
really
so
like
that-
that one that's like a slice of the hull.
Oh yeah, so you have an interior view of it, like a cutaway.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean, Mikey?
I love that. It's a beautiful kit. But it's
Okay.
just so bloody expensive. It's over £200 for the kit. Jim, what have you managed to do today?
Well, I've been doing a lot of part cleanup and assembled a couple pieces, but I'm finding out the initial page of assembly here requires me to remove the parts, all of them, and then slowly piece them together. You can't see it. Well, you can see it maybe a little bit. All these tiny little pieces on this step here all have to fit together, and then they go into right here underneath the drivetrain for the power axle, and then the other part goes on top of it. So there's a lot of little pieces that have to go together, and they have to go in square from what if I understand the drawing right. So I've removed them all, and I've laid them out as they would go in, and I'll see how it goes. But I just spent most of my time taking parts off the runner and cleaning them because it is a wee bit of a task. That's me. Thank you.
Excellent. I suppose it's just me.
Aye.
So I have used the AK Real Color pens to paint the inside of the cockpit. That's all I've really done because I've been doing chat.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm not particularly bothered about what color they are because it's a jet and I don't like jets. So I'm just painting it random color for the challenge. Yes.
Are you going to paint it in the Red Arrows flying team?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, don't sound too enthusiastic, Mike. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I am. It's
There
going
you
to
go.
look exactly
Come on,
like
some of that
it's going to be
spirit.
fantastic.
Spirit of Dunkirk, mate. Backs to the wall and all of that stuff. Come on.
Sorry, I forgot I was doing
Australia
YouTube.
would say huzzah or bonza.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, John would. Excuse me. I'm making myself an Australian. I haven't even did that.
It's Bonza.
So go through these
Scarborough.
last comments. Nigel says, thanks all again, been concentrating too hard on the duck. Great crack. No
Duck.
problem, Charles says, "Sup, folks." Hello, Charles.
No, Charles.
Jane says, when I was in uni the first time, students in wheelchairs were supposed to gather next to the lift shaft, which I pointed out was an effing big chimney that the policy was changed.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Julia says, hi, Charles. Charles says, how are you all doing? Wonderful,
Very well,
thank you. Julia says, great stream, everyone. Enjoyable as always. Thank you very much, buddy. Don't
Yeah,
forget,
Julian,
like,
wouldn't be a
comment,
stream
share,
without you,
and
mate. You're great.
subscribe. It all helps. Yeah. Dieter says, yes, Julian, they are. You do not use elevators when there is a fire. So who is in a wheelchair should be taken along down the stairs well supported. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Or carried
Never
on the back if
elevator.
necessary. Or just sort of rolled down the steps if there's a last resort. Just drag him down and hold the head up off the step. Nigel says, I have the victory, a bit of ambition over ability at the moment. I think you could probably do it, Nigel. I've got faith in you, buddy.
England expects every man to build at least
Even if
one.
God hasn't. Yeah. Ginny says, Hagrid, I recommended we all wait at the top of the fire exit stairs. It seemed bloody obvious to me. Hell, they have the word fire in them. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a hint.
Yeah. And Dieter says, precisely, Julian. George says, my university halls have a space for the stairs, all floors for wheelchair users to wait. Big windows, so assuming peeps could be rescued that way if needed. Yeah. Dieter says, I have the slightly larger victory.
Yeah, I think this
Judging
is
by the
one.
size of the submarines you've been building,
Yeah,
I'm surprised Near will be able to sail it round the garden.
I should
Right.
start my victory.
My StreamYard is really lagging now. So it's lagging now. So if you can say your goodbyes, people.
Goodbye, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Glad
See
to
you.
have you all here. Thank you again, Mikey, for inviting me in. As always, I'm grateful. Tiff, nice to see you. And John, good to see you again, too, mate.
You too, mate.
Right. See you all tomorrow at the same time, same place. Have fun.